My connection to this idea really started when I graduated law school and I came back here to Great Falls, and I started to get involved with different theater opportunities here in town, and I met amazing people who had the same goals and same dreams that I did of making lasting theater here in Great Falls. And it really was fate coming together and bringing the people and the ideas together to make this a reality. I was introduced to the stage through dance as a young 3-year-old. And then as I got older, I got introduced to musicals and the integration of music into movement, and I have been hooked ever since.
I used to ride around on a stick horse telling my family I was going to sing at the Grand Old Aubrey. Yeah,
Every line for some kind of sign when you were mine.
I am a classically trained vocalist. I have spent years mastering my craft, and I just love to collaborate with other artists. Amber and I did some work on White Christmas. We got to play sisters. My husband Dan was in that show as well, and we just struck up a friendship, and I kind of consider her a soul sister in the way of the theater, and we just really started talking about the desire to really be serious about bringing theater back to Great Falls. It's always had a great history here. It just took a hiatus.
I said, you know, this needs to happen in Great Falls. There's no reason why it can't. Every other large town in Montana has these community theaters, and we've had community theater here in the past, and why not Great Falls? You know, great things are happening here, and theater needs to be a part of it.
Come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led.
I think Great Falls is primed to have a theater company because we do not have one that is established to produce shows on a consistent basis.
You can have a great idea, but if you don't have a strong foundation, if you don't have a purpose, and I think from the get-go, we knew what our purpose was as a board, and the first thing was that we would be a nonprofit. We all have gifts, we all bring different professional backgrounds to the company, but what Amber had that the rest of us didn't have was the know-how to put the pieces together in a way that could be sustained and life-giving long past our 10 years on the board. And it's a pretty incredible gift that we've been given as a community.
Like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
I think the biggest hurdle we're having right now is we need to gain the community's support not only in word and volunteering, but we need capital. You know, you have to pay for rights to the shows. You have to pay professionals in a lot of different areas.
None of us in this whole endeavor expect to retire from this project and make a ton of money with this. That's not why we've ever done this in the first place. We do it just because we love it. But in the end, it is helpful to be able to stay on top through community funding. And we all definitely believe that as this being a community theater, it should be funded through the community.
Because
have a theater degree, and I actually am a professional stage manager. I get to be at every rehearsal, making sure I'm taking notes, making sure all the blocking and the dance is all recorded, and helping support the director in any way that I can. Helping ensure a smooth show for performers, tech, and for the creative process team. And then once the show starts on stage, I get to call all the cues for lights and sound and projection and all of the magic that happens. And it was a good use of my detail-oriented type A personality in a very type B theater world.
I think for me personally, why this is so important is because of the experiences I was given, because that helped me grow in ways that I wouldn't really have been able to have as a piano player and as a musician without having been involved in these shows.
Personally, I am just looking for opportunities, and I'm really excited to be a part of a wonderful board that's trying to build those for all people.
I think we've seen kind of a degradation of the sacredness of the arts. We're on the cusp of a renaissance, not just as a community of Great Falls, but really culturally in the United States. And I think people are hungry for not only opportunities to be in the theater, but I also think that our communities are hungry for the opportunity to come and just be present and be immersed in somebody's soul art. You are seeing the inside of someone's very being.
To laugh together, to be sad together, and like from that standpoint too, even from the actors and the people in the audience, we all get to experience those emotions together.
To make one collective piece of art, and it's empowering. It provides the opportunity for us to either recall moments of the past, to make commentary on what's happening presently, to project into the future of how our lives could be. It's this moldable form that allows us to really delve into who we are as a society. You really get to know the heart of a culture through its art.
Community can get involved in a lot of ways. Firstly, by donations. We are a donation-based organization, a nonprofit. We also are looking for volunteers to help out with during the production, behind the scenes, as well as different marketing and things like that. Just getting the word out is also important. So if you see a Great Falls Theater Company ad, share it to your friends. Come to the shows. Attendance is mandatory for a show.
Maybe there's somebody who has a talent that we don't know we need, and they have that. Anybody who's able to help with anything. You're good at spray painting. Great, we'll find a use for that.
We take anybody as they come. We will provide you the opportunities to grow as a performer, to start out as a performer, and to try something new and get out of your comfort zone. Theater has made such an impactful, meaningful presence in my life, and I want to bring that to other people. I want to be able to offer the magic that theater has and can bring to people's lives. Whether you're 5 years old or you're 90 years old, theater has a place for you.